Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne. My name is Beth, and I'm back today to do your July 2019 monthly tarot horoscope. This is for everyone with their ascendant, sun, or moon in the lovely Pisces. And I am back using a variety of different decks, so I may or may not show the cards. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I don't post every month. I just post when I can. I had a few days off, so I am going to be doing an update video, so check that out. It'll be in the links below. If you'd like to get a private reading, I am also doing private readings. You just have to check out my channel, my website, oracledaphne.com, and to get a reading. It's really easy to book a reading with me, so definitely check that out. And I'm pretty much ready to go here, so I'm just going to lay out a spread. Again, this is for everyone with their ascendant, sun, or moon in Pisces. So there's something weird going on with the energies in the beginning of July for Pisces. There may be like an element of conflict or tension, or like a struggle. It's just kind of a weird energy. And I feel like in general, like the middle of July, you're going to feel the most stuck. Or the most, like, enslaved. And the thing is, and I don't even remember what I said in my other Pisces video for the month of May. I missed June because I lost somebody who was very close to me. But the element of enslavement is very present right now in the energy. It's very present. I feel like people, in some ways, are overworked, underpaid, and a slave to their bills, or a slave to their desires, or a slave to just the system. And there's an element of worry about finances too, because we have, especially in the middle of July, got the Devil, got the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles to me can also be clinging on to something, not being able to let go or wanting to let go. I don't necessarily like these two in combination, the Devil and the Four of Pentacles, because to me that's like a love of money. Like it's a love of money and or security, and money has become the ruler. Like you are a slave to your bank account, essentially. I feel like it's possible to get over this, except, you know, there may be some concern. Like some of you are very concerned about finances, where you're really, you know, you're counting everything that you have and you're going, okay, well, I don't have enough to pay for this and I don't have enough to pay for that. And where is it going to come from? And some of you are maybe picking up two jobs. There's like an element of just survival mode, trying to figure out, okay, maybe I need to get a part-time job here, or maybe I need to get a whole different job someplace else. There's this, it's just strange element of financial insecurity and financial, it's not even financial worry. I mean, to me, it's, for some of you, it's not financial worry, it's serious financial, like, you just don't have it. And you're going to try to figure out a way in July to try to make ends meet some other way, or you're just trying to figure out, okay, how am I going to pay these bills, kind of thing. Sorry about that. There's all this noise in the neighborhood. So yeah, and you have the Five of Swords. So to me, that is survival mode. Survival mode. You need to ask your guides for help. That's the first thing that's coming through. You do have the King of Swords showing up here, right around you. To me, this could be an element of the King of Swords. Is very interesting. I have a strange association with the King of Swords and somebody passing away. So to me, if someone's passed away, deceased loved one, angels, the unseen, that's the King of Swords. The King of Swords is showing up in a strange way, though, with these four cards, like I'm not necessarily feeling good about the King of Swords in this instance, but it could have been like, and someone may have passed away and you're trying to figure out how you're going to pay, like, I don't know, like the funeral costs or things like that. Which I'm sorry to hear. You know, Pisces, you know, is very sensitive, and so I'm not trying to gloss over that at all. I'm trying to read in the sense that this is how I see it. So the financial thing could come because of this element, like somebody passing away or something like that. Or it could be like you do have a guide or someone, deceased loved one around you that's trying to help with this struggle that you're having right now, with this financial struggle. Some of you, if you're very connected to like a deceased male, to me this is a deceased male. I also feeling like an ascended master is around you. Someone's watching, there's an ascended master. Jesus, Gandhi, Kuan Yin, you know, I would even say Buddha. I feel like there's just ascended masters that are around. For most of you, though, for those of you especially who don't necessarily know what an ascended master is, it's a deceased loved one. It's someone that was close to you in this life and they have passed. And they're trying to help, or they're going to help. Some of you may not even be like a sun sign Pisces and you're watching this video. And to me, this is like a deceased relative or someone that you were close with that's trying to help with this situation. The King of Swords can be, in some cases, an air sign male. So some of you, maybe you're going to your dad, maybe for help, or maybe, yeah, there's something about asking for help from this male, but it's so strange because I feel like in this instance, it's really going to be a deceased loved one or someone who's passed away. At the same time, it's so strange because for me in May, everything hit at the same time. Everything came to a head at the same time. Jobs situations came up at the same time that I found out my friend passed away. And so it was just like everything happened at the same time. And so for you, Pisces, you may have kind of like, I don't know, I want to say like a domino effect of things happening at the same time in July, where this is like, maybe you're strapped for cash and then like you get this phone call. It's just interesting I say that because we have the Hierophant coming in from, well, in the what's it called, in the immediate future, the position of the immediate future. So to me, you could get a phone call. To me, this is a phone call. It's news. There's a lot of symbology here, a lot of signs and symbols, a lot of synchronicity. It's a lot of like, I feel like those of you who are watching are going to know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, I don't even really have to explain it too much. You just know. Some of you just know that they're around because maybe there was something like a symbol or something that you associate them with, and then you see it a lot. You know, it could be a number, it could be like a spirit animal, it could be something that you associate them with. It could be coins. Never saw this before. Hang on just a second. Oh, this is so cool. Okay, so I always tell people that every like hardship helps you build character, and they're kind of like gems. They're like gemstones. They're kind of, to me, it like represents like wisdom and higher knowledge. Essentially, if you've never gone through anything in life, it's hard to be very wise because you don't have the compassion, you don't have the understanding, you haven't really been through anything, so you don't really know. People oftentimes who've been through a lot tend to be very wise because they've had to spiritually really grow. And to me, the Hierophant is sitting, and I've never noticed, he's sitting on these what I would look like gemstones. Like these to me are gemstones. Like there's a sun there and there's a moon there. There's like another, I think it's another sun, no, another moon underneath his roots. And so he's collected his wisdom. To me, the Hierophant is someone who's very wise and very grounded and very spiritual, because they've had to go, and they've had to go through things, and each experience has given them these gifts of wisdom. So some of you may be talking to a psychic, or someone who, like a shaman, or someone who's very spiritually wise or very spiritually developed. Could be male or female. Some of you, this is talking to someone who's just older and wiser, getting good advice, talking through problems, trying to figure out what to do. I feel like some of you, there is an element of really trying to figure things out. Making some decisions. It almost feels like for some of you, you feel like there's nothing you can do. It feels like there's nothing, for some of you, there's nothing you could have done if somebody passed away. I want to say that. It's like coming through really strong. There's nothing you could have done to change the outcome. Like that person was going to pass away. For some of you, it's a situation, maybe it's a relationship, or maybe it's just your life situation where you feel like you're kind of stuck. You don't really know what to do. You don't know what the solution is. There's a lot of decision making that needs to happen. I feel like you are going to get there through a lot of... my guy said meditation, but like for some of you, you're not going to resonate with that. Some of you may not meditate at all. Some of you probably don't even take time to sit still. Like Pisces are some Pisces are really on the go. Like they're constantly going here and there. So if that's you, you're going to need to weigh things. Because you have the outcome as a justice card. To me, outcome as justice, though, can be a divorce. Some of you are going through a divorce. This is divorce, having serious legal problems. The justice card can be legal problems. And in some way, you're right. Some things are out of your hands, because you got the Emperor in reverse, and the Emperor in reverse is all about things fated to be a certain way. Like, you're not blocked by fate. It's just that things are going to go a certain way regardless. Some of you kind of know that, but like, still, like, you need to take some steps in order to, you do need to take some action steps in your life. Pisces does need to balance out just having complete, total trust that the universe is going to take care of it, and actually having that Virgo energy of, making practical decisions and coming to a very practical point and being like, okay, this is what we're going to do, and actually getting things done. I'm so hard on Pisces. I really am hard on Pisces. I think Pisces just need to master that balance of flow and taking practical action steps. Some of you do have the hots for someone at work. I'm definitely seeing that, or someone that you're meeting at work. It's interesting, I'm talking about Virgo energy. Some of you may have some strong Virgo energy, or you may have had family or children with a Virgo also. So there's something about that, something about kids. There may be just a very messy divorce happening for some of you. Or this could be someone that you know also. Pisces tends to like absorb energy. So like, I kind of feel like Pisces, you're absorbing too much stuff from other places. Like it's like July, and that makes sense because Cancer, the sign of Cancer, the sun is in Cancer. That energy, the Cancer energy is like a sponge. And so it's like Pisces is a total saturation. Like, I feel like you're getting totally, I don't know, if you're not totally overwhelmed already, I feel like it's coming for some of you. And I don't feel like it's necessarily bad, because it's pushing you to a point in which you have to get out of Dodge. That's what my guide said. You gotta have, some of you have to get out of Dodge. Now, some of you who, like, that doesn't resonate with at all. There are other things happening. Life goes on. My favorite quote from The Odd Couple with Walter Matthau and Jack Lemmon is, life goes on, I think it's life goes on for those of us who are divorced, broke, and sloppy. And then he answers the phone, hello, divorced, broke, and sloppy. And then he's like, Dabby? He's like, oh, Daddy! He's like, how are you, Brucey? Because it's his son he's calling. I don't know, it's just funny. If you haven't watched that movie, it's a great classic. It's one of my favorite movies of all time, and of course I've memorized all of it, or almost all of it. It's interesting. There's some element of rejection. Like, some of you are getting rejected by someone, or you're rejecting someone. You could be ghosting someone. Someone could be ghosting you. There's like an extreme here also with your spending. Some of you spending a great deal of money. Like, so, like, let's just say you get a new job. It's like all of a sudden you're going to spend like almost all of your paycheck like the next day after you get paid. Some of you are going to be doing that. Not everyone, but it's like there's an extremes here. The Devil card came up twice in both decks. Judgment card came up, Justice came up. There's just a strong feeling of major things happening for you in July. I almost feel like, yeah. In some way, for some of you that are watching this video, you don't care. You don't care about the future per se. You only want, like, whatever you can glean from things, you know, in that sense. Like, it's sort of like, it's almost like you're a scavenger. Okay, let's just use that word. You're a scavenger, and you're looking for tidbits of things that are going to make you feel better. And the thing is, without doing the work, no relationship, no job, no amount of money is going to make you feel better. There is this element of needing to kind of let go and let God, but at the same time, that's kind of like the Pisces way. But I feel like this strong element of you having single-minded focus, you know, your blinders are on and you're not open to other things. Some of you, there's like a stubbornness. Stubbornness is single-minded focus, the tunnel vision. Even if you're female, there's a very strong masculine energy. There's a lot of Pleiadian energy coming through in my galactic deck, which tells me some of you have had have had contact with some people from the Pleiades, or past lives in Pleiades, or back from the future in the Pleiades. There's both showing up here. It's so interesting. Like, everybody's getting the community card everybody's getting the community card for my galactic deck. And the community card to me talks about not only being part of, or wanting to be part of a strong community of people here on this planet, also connecting with like what would be like the Galactic Federation on elsewhere. So let's just say elsewhere. And so there's that element of like almost connecting very much with people on like a higher spiritual plane. Like there's like a higher sense of what you have to do spiritually here. Pisces, typically, if they're in like the higher level of Pisces, then they can be extremely compassionate and spiritually advanced human beings who are very unconditionally loving. Now, not everyone is. Some of you who are watching are kind of like have this abrasive element, or have this element where you don't believe, like you don't believe that there's unconditional love out there. You don't even believe that people are loving. Like your experience has been so harsh that or you perceive your experience to be really harsh. And it's not that you're jaded, you just don't believe. You don't believe that it's going to happen. You don't believe that love kind of exists. Some of you don't want to believe. Other people that are watching have a very loving heart, So I feel like I'm reading for very different energies today. Remember to listen to music. That's the one thing I want to tell you. That's the last thing I'm going to say, is listen to more music, because there's a lot of power that you can gain from music. So I think that's all that I want to say. Very interesting reading. It's going to be very interesting to see how July pans out. Please message me in the comments. Let me know. Definitely give me a thumbs up, because it helps my channel a lot. And if you'd like to get a private reading, just check out my website, oracledaphne.com. I send everyone big hugs, big kisses, and I will be back again for more, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. All right, take care. All the best. Bye.